champions, Sagico Southeast, and the Petro Caribbean Point Michel. My name is Gavin Richards. This afternoon I'm joined by a former national player and a former national coach in Shane Matchell, the Butcher. Shane, good afternoon. Welcome to the broadcast.
Good afternoon, Gavin Richards, and good afternoon to the listening public out there, It's a nice game to come to for the first match, That's my first time giving commentaries for DFA. So might be a bit nervous, but I think I'll get there.
I think you'll get there, Shane. I think you can handle it. Because this is Vibian TV. We're live here at the Stock Farm playing field. We don't apologize for the late start in the commentary. We're experiencing a few little technical difficulties, but I think we've sorted it out now, and we're here with the broadcast. It's 0-0 here at the Stock Farm playing field, and as I said, it's the defending champions, Sagico Southeast, and the Petro Caribbean Point Michel. And the ball played forward there to Davon George, who's going to try to keep it in, and he's unable to. It's gone out. It'll be a goal kick for Point Michel. We'll go through the starting lineups for both teams. Of course, Point Michel, they're trying to avoid their fifth consecutive defeat in the Premier League. They've lost 4 games in a row. And they have a lineup here this afternoon. Ashem Deluge, Shamaya Dangleben, Randolph Peltier, Claude Millier, Peter Tusse, Dante Warrington, Juan Tusse, Hakim John Baptist, Dylan Kalai, Churam Tusse, and Daniel Dupini. That's the starting lineup for the Point Michel team. And for South, the defending champions, in goal, Dante Challenger, Malian Phillip, Yannick George, Darren Nazar, Scotty Phillip, Sydney Lockhart, Javid George, Randall Prince, Davon George, Justin Prince, and Kenny John Baptist. The start lineup there for the Southeast team. Southeast, of course, in the traditional orange, and the Point Michel team in their white and red stripes. The man in the middle this evening, Gabriel Caesar. So free kick for Southeast is with Sydney Lockhart. Good strength and a challenge there from, that was Daniel Dupini. Southeast still with it, and they'll be looking to reset there. Ball played back to Dante Challenger. Challenger under a little bit of pressure, gives it away. Randolph Peltier with it. Good pass there, and a attempted chip at the goalkeeper, just off target, and to be a goal kick. So Shane, the goalkeeper for Southeast, making the best of things there.
Yeah, try to give in a pass there. I don't know if he's try to clear the ball or try to pass it to one of the defenders, or losing it to the Point Michel team. Right now we see a goal kick in the box with Malian Phillip receiving from the keeper, playing it to the centre midfield, Kenny John Baptist. Kenny John Baptist playing it wide to the right back, played back to Malian Phillip. Malian playing it to this, Scotty Phillips. Scotty Phillips trying to find Sydney Lockhart, but only finding the Point Michel player in the midfield. Ball is in the hands of the Southeast goalkeeper, thrown into way long field to the striker, who is Devon George. Devon George controls nicely, playing the ball to Sydney Lockhart, trying to find his man up front, but only finding the defense of Point Michel. Kenny John Baptist on the ball, finding Devon George. Devon George trying to take on his man on the right flank. For Point Michel, Devon George control, put up the head, looking for his man. Malian Phillip, the left back, played back to him. Left back putting the ball across in the center of the field, but only finding Point Michel defense. Point Michel crying the ball, but only losing it back to Sagico Southeast. Devon George. It's not Devon.
Ball again into the box there. Shane, and juggle there from Sydney. It's cleared. Point Michel looking to push forward. This is Kiwan Tusse, who loses his foot in there. But the Point Michel trying a long ball there, looking to find Randolph Peltier. Looks like it will go out. No, it stays in play. So Point Michel with all sorts of turmoil, both on and off the field. Shane, having lost 4 games in a row. They were once league leaders at one point with some 8 points, but that's a good ball there. But no, it's ball. The flag has gone up on the near side. It's offside.
Yes, Gavin. Paul Michel has been was on a roll earlier in the season, but right now, you know, they dropped. I think all the way down to the middle of the tables. In the last game, 6-0, I think, to Buffalo State. You know, I guess today, you know, I could see a change in the team. I see a few new faces in the team, so maybe today they could get some rhythm game. Nice ball, trying to find one of penalty, trying to get onto it, but only finding it. So Sajiko South is keeper. Sajiko South is running ball to the midfield. Kenny John Baptist in the middle further, trying to find his man, but only finding Point Michel midfield. Point Michel midfield is nice ball.
Through ball there. And it's with Javid George on the far side. Javid George with some support there. Cuts back in and finds Sidney Lockhart. That touch just evaded him a bit. But the attack is still on and forces the goalkeeper into a save. And the defender will not take any chances. Puts it out for a corner kick. So a set piece opportunity for the Point Michel team. For the Southeast team, sorry.
Yeah. That was putting the ball out of play for a corner kick to Southeast. Kenny ball went out for a corner. Will be taken by look like Kenny John Baptist. Kenny John Baptist, former Buffalo State FC. In attack, trying to finish. Goal! It's a goal for Point Michel. Point Michel scored in the 10th minute. Javin.
Yes, a goal there from Randolph Peltier in the 10th minute of play.
10th minute of play. Randolph Peltier, you know, former national player, finishing nicely. You know, getting a nice football from his field and just finishing. Keeper rushing out a bit. I just put it around him. Nice goal from Point Michel. And as I said before, Point Michel. It looked like they came in this afternoon to this game with a plan, you know. They want that victory this afternoon.
Well, that was a good play, and of course, Point Michel playing to the strengths of Randolph Peltier. That's where he's made his bread and butter over the years, taking advantage of the through balls and just using his space. And he did just that there. Shane, I'm wondering if the Southeast team, if they're not taking this game, approach to this game a bit too confident. Because like we said, the Port Michel team, they've really been struggling. Southeast, of course, at the top of the points table there. And one would probably think that they may be a little bit too lackadaisical in this encounter.
Yeah. But Port Michel look like they come this afternoon to only for a victory, nothing else. Or is in the keeper's hands of Port Michel?
Well, it's still early days.
Yeah.
And lots of time, of course, for Southeast to get back into the match. It's with Just the Prince. Well, good defense there from Tuser. And it will go out for a throw-in. Throw-in taken quickly there, but Point Michel looks like they will come away with it.
Yeah.
He was looking to find Jupini, but that pass was intercepted.
Malian Phillips. Throw the ball, left ankle is Joseph Prince. Joseph Prince. Oh wow, it's a rush tackle. slowing the game down, just increasing on his put a little bit more aggression and get into the box, and the defender had no choice and take him down.
That was a bit of a reckless challenge.
I still feel, you know, if he had just let the Prince, they had a one or two, not enough cover for that ball. I mean, just give away a penalty to his team who just gone up one.
Well, and Joseph Prince is in need of some medical attention right now. The medic is on the field. He got that tackle there just about the calf area, or the shin, one may also say as well.
I look at his ankle. Yeah, I don't know how serious it is. Rush tackle, you know, very strong from behind, you know. The matter of fact, the defender is even lucky. He didn't get a red card. He's lucky.
And we can hear the point, Michel. Yeah. Players just expressing the disappointment with the player in question who committed that foul.
Yep,
and you can clearly hear them saying, you know, you had support.
Yeah, and you could see some of the also surgical surface players, you know, coming to the ref and, you know, saying, you know, why, you know, maybe asking why it wasn't a red card.
Well, to be Kenny John Baptist, who is spotting the ball, looks like he'll be the one taking the penalty kick for the Southeast team. Kenny John Baptist has had a very good season so far in the midfield for Southeast. And here comes the penalty, and it's going in. So it's level here at Stock Farm, 1-1. Goal there for
Kenny John Baptist.
And we're back to where we started. So Point Michel's lead was short-lived. Shane lasted just about 4 minutes.
4 minutes. Yeah, just 4 minutes. So it's like 4 minutes into the game. It's one.
So we have a resumption of play there. Point Michel will be feeling hard done because they would have felt that they had their noses in front, you know, getting that important goal, and they were probably looking to sit back and defend and look to catch Southeast on the counter. But they're going to have to reset and try all again. Looking to find the run of Randolph Pelty, but he's adjudged to be offside. The flag has gone up on the near side. Free kick for the Southeast team.
Well, Randolph Pelty, you know, I know he could be very troublesome for the defense of Southeast, but I think Southeast, so he played for Southeast before, so you should have an idea what kind of person he is, what kind of player he is, what kind of impact he could set on the game. Javid George, nice try, nice goal great goal from Javid George.
Immaculate goal there, Javid George. The moment he cut back in, Shane Marshall, I said that's going to be a problem there because Javid George has been very sharp this season, and he's given Southeast the lead. And after trailing, after just 10 minutes in the game, the Southeast are now in front, 2-1.
2 goals to 1.
2 goals to 1. Javid George with an amazing strike there.
But Gavin, that's something we always, you know, I would really want to see, you know, especially from the national player. Javid George is a national player, you know, and to me, the national player should be always outstanding. They should always be seen. You know, even people saying, okay, boy, he's a national player. So far, Javid George, he showed that 40 goals. So that goal is Michel trying to play the ball up to right midfield. Only 20 yards of Southeast. George on the ball. Number 7 for
the flag on the far side. The referee is now spotting it, so there's offside. So we'll have a restart of play. Right, so the ball back way for Southeast and onto the far side. Southeast are going to see if they can increase on that lead. They went down early and 2 quick strikes from them. Point Michel now looking for the answer with good clearance. Kenny John Baptist in a foot race with looks like Tusse. Kenny will come away with it. So Southeast are showing their dominance now, Shane. The confidence there, knocking the ball from the back, looking to build from the back and move forward.
Yeah, well, that's Surgical South. You know, they have been doing that all season. You know, that's why they always start from the backs, you know, most times and try to come forward.
Possession is key this afternoon. It's a giving away. Tough challenge there. The referee has blown it against Kenny John Baptist. Card will stay in the pocket. It was a heavy tackle, but not deemed to be a bookable offense.
Yeah, referees find that tackle was too strong. You know, it's too much aggression on this tackle. So you had to blow an infringement for the Michel team.
So see, play was called back there. The ball was probably still rolling. Referee wasn't happy with that. We'll have the free kick taken again. In case you're just joining us, it's Surgical Southeast 2 and Petro Caribbean Port Michel 1. Southeast with 2 quick goals. Something that they seem to have a reputation of this season. We'll get back to that because that's a good floated free kick there into the box, and it's a strike on the left foot there, and that will go out for a goal kick.
Yeah, that was a nice looping ball from diagonal ball from Shem Deluge. You know, just trying to put the ball over the defense, but the striker not collecting cleanly, put it over the top for a goal kick.
Southeast again looking to play from the back. Jocelyn Prince looking for support on the far side. It's back with Kenny John Baptist. What a ball that is for Davon George, and the flag stays down. He has support with Javid George. He couldn't find him though. And that danger averted there for Port Michel. But look at how quickly the Port Michel team were unlocked there. Shane.
Yeah, but I was kind of surprised the flag hadn't gone up. You know, he looked outside to me on that side, but only the linesman knows, you know, why he didn't raise his flag.
That was a good pass in the end there from Kenny John Baptist. Here he is again on the ball. He'll play back. Southeast will try to draw the Port Michel players forward. He's looking to find Javid George with that pass there, but it's broken up. Kiwan Tusen is trying to get the ball to Randolph Pelty. That pass went astray as well. So 2-1 to the defending champions, Surgical Southeast.
Yes, Gavin, and Surgical Southeast look like.
Right, so ball back against a goal kick for Port Michel. Goalkeeper Akim John Baptist missed the last game Port Michel played against Happy Bath Estate. Poor goal kick there, so they found a player from Southeast, but they've given it away. And Port Michel's create something here. Okay, the signal looks like it'll be a throw-in for Southeast on the far side. There's also a player down as well, so we're going to have a little stoppage in play as the referee goes over to assess the damage, see if the medics will be necessary. Of course, Southeast, as it stands, we're moving to second place if there's victory this afternoon. Tomorrow, Happy Bath Estate, who are currently in second place, will be in action. They will be taking on We United. And we also have the big game at the Benjamin's Park with Central Cooperative Credit Union, Dubla FC, the league leaders, and the LA Enterprise Bombers. So the ball is played forward. The player just not taking any chances, but that's a poor clearance, and it's with Javid George. Can he create something again? No, that.
I think he was trying to knock it back to Javid George, but just the ball just taking a bounce and get over his feet a little bit. Nice long ball from only finding the keeper of Surgical Southeast.
anti-challenger who's in the goal. Southeast team, they're blessed with two good goalkeepers, Shane. With Dante Challenger, but that ball is given away, but looks like the defender was able to recover. Calls to push it forward is Randall Prince with the layoff. We're going to find Javid George. Javid George is still on it. Javid George cuts in. And it's a goal for Javid George there. And it's a 3-1 now to Surgical Southeast.
A beautiful finish, Gavin. Beautiful finish from Javid George. But something a lot of people doesn't know about Southeast. Southeast, there's a number of national players on the Southeast team, former national, not
current
national. Yeah. So Southeast is a very strong team. Walk over Southeast.
And also, Shane, we know that the Southeast team, like you said earlier on, they were supposed to have been in the Dominican Republic for the Caribbean Club Championships. Unfortunately, there was some mix-up with travel arrangements. The team had to pull out. And this is their first game back, or first game, since that incident, one would say. And one would also have felt that they would have come out this afternoon with a point to prove. And, it's very unfortunate for Point Michel that they're the team that will be facing, or was scheduled to face Southeast this afternoon.
What I really say about Southeast, Southeast has done extra training for that tournament they were supposed to go to. So, right now, they haven't been playing, they haven't played for about a week or two. So, right now, they're hungry.
Hungry, that's right.
They're hungry.
Hungry, and they're in cruise control here this afternoon. 2 goals from Javid George, a goal from Kenny John Baptist, and it's all Surgical Southeast. It's been all Southeast for the last 15 minutes or there so. I think when Point Michel got that goal there in the 10th minute, it really woke them up. And they roared back with 3 unanswered goals and looking for a 4th. The flag possibly could go up, though it stays down. Was looking to find Sidney Lockhart with that through ball, but overhit.
The ball was too strong for Sidney. He couldn't have reached that one.
So how will Point Michel respond? Because they're staring down the barrel of a 5th consecutive defeat. They're having problems on and off the field. We can tell you that. As we know, there are some players who are regular players. They're not here this afternoon. We've seen a bunch of new faces as well in the starting lineup for them this afternoon. I remember Point Michel at one point were at the top of the table with Kunta Charles, but there's another ball for Javid George. No, he's not going to be able to get onto that one. He's quick, but he's not that quick. And Jocelyn will probably have to recalibrate the next time he looks to give that through ball. But as I was saying, Shane, Point Michel were looking very good after the first 4 or 5 games of the season. And then ever since their head coach, Kunta Charles, resigned, it's been all downhill ever since.
Yes, that's true, Gavin. Well, you see, most of the Premier teams, I think they are a discipline issue. You understand? And I think that's one of the reasons Kunta left, Some of the players is like, not only on Point Michel, a lot of the players on the different teams, they don't understand that it's a team sport and they have to be disciplined if they want to play the team sport.
Well, here comes the Southeast now. Joseph Prince was dropped into the midfield and playing the number 10 role, looking to give a little dink there. The ball is miscommunication. It took a deflection actually, and it to be a throw-in for Southeast. So Point Michel seemed to have dropped off a lot. They're allowing Joseph Prince with acres of space and time to pick his passes. They really found themselves under pressure this afternoon, the Point Michel team.
Yeah, I think the Southeast team having a lot of space in the middle.
can also already see some players walking, Shane. So maybe a question of fitness as well, although we cannot really blame them because they're not the regular starters. There's another bad ball from Dante Challengers. And Point Michel, an attempt there, and the goalkeeper will let it go. We trusted his back there from Shane. It would have been, a comical case had that gone in, though.
Yes, Gavin. But one thing I noticed about the Point Michel team, especially, the decision making is very poor. Because even before that last shot, you could have easily thrown that ball to the striker.
Well, there's a ball forward, but the flag will go up this time, Javid George. Straight offside. And the thing with losing and heavy defeats as well, Shane, is the sort of impact that it can have moving forward. Point Michel, they went down 6-0 last weekend. They're now down 3-1, and we still have a significant amount of this game to go. And Southeast are calmly looking to regroup. There's Bill from the back. Also there from on the near side now. So Point Michel just showed a little bit of urgency, and that was a goal-saving interception, I would say. But danger still not. Well, there's a good diagonal there from Tusse, but the ball will actually be Randolph Petty actually straight offside.
Yeah, Randolph Petty looked like he had a step ahead of the defender. That's why he was blown offside. I think that pass there was just a little too hard. Just the Prince was unable to control it. And there's another ball now with Randall Prince, and he makes a mess of it there. Yes, that was.
I think he had a little bit more time, Shane, to maybe bring that ball down.
Yeah, he could easily play to Sidney Lockhart.
Yeah. Here's Randolph Pelty now with a bit of a heavy first touch, but he will keep it in. So Jacques Claude with a long ball forward. So good to find Daniel Jupini. But Southeast will come away with it. Actually, no, Javid just lost his foot in there, stumbled over the ball. So a good ball forward there from Kenny John Baptist. And that will go for...
Seems to be a throw-in. Seems to be a throw-in. But there was a little mix-up with the defender and the goalkeeper.
Right, so to be Javid George with the corner kick. Looks like he has 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 targets. Oh, actually, a throw-in, sorry.
I think it's very easy for Southeast.
Yo, excuse me, ma'am. We're on a live broadcast. All right, so throw in for Point Michel.
It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon.
Just had to deal with a rowdy supporter there. Shane Michel. A lot of things happened.
Yeah, they're very passionate about the football.
Right, also down at Benjamin's Park, we have another encounter. It's Midland United and Connect 767 in Central. Of course, I will get the updates as soon as it becomes available. Good ball now for Davon George, and there's a time brilliant save there from Akim John Baptist, and he seems to have hurt himself as well.
Yeah, this ball was powerfully struck, Gavin, by Javid. by Devon George, sorry.
Devon George, yes.
It was powerfully struck. Time and make sure he hit it well. It was on target. It was a great save by the keeper.
The keeper was also well positioned too.
Position, yeah.
Had his angles are correct. But it still had to be a top-notch save there. But Hakim has hurt himself in the process. You can see him clutching his lower back.
He might have came down on his back.
It's possible that might have happened. So we have a little lull in place into the 33rd minute here at the Stock Farm playing field. And it's been one-way traffic ever since the 10th minute of play. The Surgical Southeast leading here 3-1. 2 goals from Javid George, a goal from Kenny John Baptist. And Southeast with an opportunity for a fourth. Joseph Prince. It went on out for a goal kick. You can see Gerald George, the PRO of the DFA, in the building. He's not a happy man this afternoon. Of course, he is from the village of Point Michel. It's not been a happy time for Point Michel at all. They've conceded 9 goals so far in the last 2 games. But can they get some positive, salvage something in this game?
At 5 o'clock we'll be having a Benjamin Park with Central versus Midland.
As if Joseph Prince. It's ball intercepted by Kiwan to say. Daniel Jupinius looking to find Randolph Peltier. The flag,
he's offside.
Offside.
Defenders.
That's the sort of movement that Randolph Peltier provides for a Point Michel team, or for any team actually that he plays for. He's not the striker that you're going to ask to hold up a ball for you, Shane. He's more, one who looks to capitalize on the little pockets of space.
Yep.
Getting behind the defenders.
Yeah, that's true. He looks, he's very small, but I think a lot of defenders underestimate him. But he can be very dangerous. His size is quick. He's very fast.
And at his age, he doesn't seem to really be slowing down, although he wasn't among the leading goal scorers for last season. That's where he normally resides. Over the years, he's at the top of the scorers. But he still has something in him.
But I think last season he had a few injuries, so that could have kept him back a little bit from getting the goals for his club.
Well, there's a high boot there. There's nothing given by the referee. And ball with Davon George on the far side. And was attempting across there, but misdirected, and it heads down almost to the Yampies area. Gerald George says it was a 6. So we have a little stoppage as we await the ball. So as we're hearing from the supporters, Shane, and we alluded to it a little bit early on in the broadcast, lots of problems for Point Michel off the field. We're hearing of players not wanting to play if certain players are playing, and those sort of stuff there.
Which shouldn't be, Gavin. I mean,
shouldn't be at all.
Yeah, every one of these players here from the same area. I mean, most of the players, they think of themselves. They think of the community and their family and friends, who really come to support them,
Ball be a throw in for Southeast, taken quickly. Kenny John Baptist. Ball on the far side now, Joseph Prince. And that's a through ball, looking to find Davon George. And we're also going to have a substitute. substitution for Point Michel. Interesting. Number 20 is coming down. And number 10 is making his way in. So Turam Tuse has gone off. And Perry Charles has come on. We have to find out what's happening with Turam Tuse.
If an injury, I would have to say maybe Gavin.
It's coming together there. It's going to be a possession for Southeast. Shane, of course, here we always like to give little updates of some of the other sporting activities happening in and around Dominica. We'll get back to that in a little bit, because we have Southeast on a attack here. Joseph Prince driving forward now. And I was looking to find, I think it'll go up for a corner kick. Yes, it's gone up for a corner kick. So as I was saying, we always like to give some information on the other sporting activities going on around. Today we're supposed to have the commencement of the National T20 Cricket League. 2 games were set for this afternoon, one at the Botanic Gardens, one at the Benjamin's Park. The opening of the season, Shane. And unfortunately, we didn't have any play because at the Botanic Gardens, the Christians couldn't field the team. And over at Benjamin's Park, Marina Blasters didn't show up. But here we come again with corner kick, and looks troubling. Joseph Prince, what a strike that was. But called in a good save there from Akim John Baptist. And, well, he's kept Point Michel in the game at least for the time being. But what a save that was, Shane.
Gavin, Akim is a very good goalkeeper, you know. Akim trained with me on the national team. A few months, you know, and he's very good at goalkeeping. You know, he maybe just need to lose some weight, and he maybe could get some real fight in goalkeeping. But he's a very good goalkeeper for his size.
That's a good ball. Well, it was a good attempt, but the player again offside. Not too observant of the line. The South team holding there. You mentioned Akim as a good goalkeeper, Shane. Early on in the season, he received man of the match for a number of saves he made. I think it was also in a defeat. I think I have to verify that.
It's not a surprise, Gavin. It's not a surprise. I worked with Akim on national team for a while, and even before me, you know, I saw him goalkeeper a few games, and he's a very good goalkeeper. Maybe put him, you know, just give him the support, you know. Maybe it could be better, because most times when you find a team that performing well, you find other players kind of dropping off too, you know.
Well, that was a good attempt there from Kenny John Baptist. He really seems to be pulling the strings this afternoon in that midfield area. Shane, sort of bringing back memories for you, the way you used to boss things around back in your day.
Yeah, I think the Southeast midfield is very easy. It seems to be very, very easy for them. To be the Point Michel team, they don't do like a team that really easy. I don't know if they really train or twice a week. Like most teams train twice a week. But the Point Michel team, you can see the fitness level is not up to standard.
It's really not up to standard. Yeah. And it's going to be interesting to see how they will fare out in the second half. You know, after the 15-minute break for the halftime, your bosses, if you're not fit, you tend to come out a bit flat in the second half. But there's a free kick headed by Joseph Prince, and again, Akim John Baptist in the right place. And with a clean save there. Here comes Point Michel again, and Joseph looked to have been infringed there, but not in the view of the referee. Dante.
He has stalwart for them in defense all season.
Kenny John Baptist is a lovely control there. Composure to play it back to the keeper. also shows his class in his control. As Kenny again was trying to find Sidney Lockhart and does so. South is a bit under pressure there, but seem to have broken that little trap.
Good skill by Sidney Lockhart trying to get around it.
Well, I just put my head for a second, so I did not see it. I did not actually see it. I literally just put my head down for 1 second.
But the only thing I think that might come into consideration is that there's one judge might.
Well, it's a red card. It's actually a red card. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the replay just to see what exactly happened there. Oh, and there was a throw in and he literally cut the ball. Well, yeah, that's a red card, Shane. What exactly was he thinking?
I don't know, but you see, sometimes another referee would have think, well,
yeah,
have to be a red card.
that is really something else. I don't think I've seen that.
We just got a yellow card again.
Must be for dissent.
Yes.
We're protesting against
That's-
the official's decision.
Yeah, that's number 6, Toussaint.
That's the captain. Actually.
Yeah, Toussaint, yeah. Just got a yellow card. Nice. He's moving over to the bench. I don't know what's wrong.
He probably looks to be getting a little refreshment there or something. But
I don't know what. Sometimes I don't know why players see the arguments of the official. I mean, that's a red card. Why you want to argue and even pick up a yellow card? Right now, you're limiting yourself to play the game.
yeah, okay, it was a deliberate handball. Literally, he cut the ball. You know. So there's nothing much that Gabriel Caesar could have done there. But well, Point Michel now their backs are really against the wall. They're down 3-1 and now they're down to 10 men.
Yep, it's gonna be difficult coming back from this. Playing
Free
against
kick there and then Joseph Prince. You could clearly see the sun obscured his vision there. And he's laughing about it. So that's to give you an idea. There's all fun and games there for Southeast this afternoon. But the sun really played a major role there.
right now, Gavin, it's not going to be easy for Port Michel to get back into this game. Playing with 10 men against Southeast, I think it's going to be very difficult for them.
Well, they've given it away. It's Javid George. Good ball and gets it 1-2. Javid George and was looking to return the favor. Takes the shot and doesn't get the curl or the bend that he was looking for. It'll be a goal kick. But lovely link up there, 1-2 with Jocelyn and Javid.
Yeah, that was very unselfish from Javid though. You know, maybe another striker would have taken the ball further down and maybe have a shot at goal. That was very unselfish from him.
Well, Southeast trying to play from the back. There's pressure there on the player. He's gone down and he's won the free kick. Lucky there to get the whistle from the official. I think he probably invited that pressure onto him.
Right now, Gavin, there's no urgency, you know, from the Port Michel team. You know, it's going to be real hard for them. No urgency.
Well, Sidney Lockhart now has it. And ball took a deflection. Javid George trying to win it back. Sidney as well. They're doing quite well to come away with it. Here comes Southeast again. And that looks like it should be offside. Yes.
Yes.
That, that's the halftime whistle.
Yeah, that's
For a
halftime.
moment there, I thought it was a back pass. But actually, it's the
Halftime.
halftime whistle here. So Shane, after 45 minutes, it's all one-way traffic here for Southeast. They're leading 3 goals to 1. We saw 2 goals from Javi George, another goal from Kenny John Baptist. Randolph Peltier got that first goal, the goal from Petro Carey and Port Michel. And Port Michel, they will have their backs against the wall. They're down to 10 men. Down to 10 men as they're heading into the second half. Your comments on the first half, Shane?
Yeah, well, Gavin, when Randolph Peltier got to the first goal, Port Michel looked like, they were going to put on a fight, against the champions, but then they lose focus, giving away a penalty, with a rash tackle, which wasn't supposed to. He could have just let the man go, and he had other defenders to come in and cover. So that was, bad decision by the defender in saying the rash tackle, and then the game get back into 1-1. Soon after, Javid George make it 2 goals to 1. So it's gonna be very difficult, for Port Michel to come out. And in situations like that, when you're playing against 11 against 10, 1 or 2 players for the Port Michel team, they have to hold the ball a little bit. They have to try to create something for their team. Because knocking it 1-2, 1-2, I don't think it's gonna work. Not against South. It's not gonna work like that.
Right, so we're gonna have to see how things will unfold in the second half. We're gonna take a break. And we'll be back in about 13 minutes time. There, so keep it locked.
Hi, my name is Mr. Benji, cultural ambassador and lead singer for TK International. COVID-19 has hit my livelihood very hard. No large crowds means no shows. No live performances means no zero. I want to get back to doing what I love, to what you love. Let's get back to 13. I can only get back on stage if we all take the vaccine. Get vaxxed. Mr. Benji said so.
Calling all fellow nature lovers. On behalf of the people of Dominica, I am delighted to announce our exciting new Work in Nature program, in which we invite citizens from around the world to live in our nature isle for 18 months on a work-from-home visa. In a year that has been incredibly difficult for millions of people across the globe, in Dominica, we have had the chance to consider how fortunate we are to be surrounded by verdant rainforests, pristine beaches, stunning waterfalls, and the crystal clear waters of the Caribbean Sea. It is our hope that with the rise in remote working, this program will allow us to share our paradise with new international friends who love the environment and cherish safety and security as much as we do. You could also become involved in some of our local initiatives to help our country become the world's first ever climate resilient nation, such as our Go Green Dominica initiative, banning all single-use plastic and styrofoam containers. With excellent health structures and infrastructure, and only an hour's time difference to New York, you will find Dominica is the perfect place to work remotely. We can't wait to welcome you to join us in our beautiful Dominica. And at this time of the morning, I believe it's time for me to go get a dive in the beautiful, crystal clear Caribbean Sea. Come join us, my brothers and sisters. Dominica is the place to be in this COVID era. Big up.
Have you sunk your feet in a river's basin? Have you yet stood at nature's edge? Have you sifted through a breeze not native to your body? Have you smiled under a new sun? Do you know the depth of a valley's desire? The chords of a rainforest song? Do you know how to be your own music? How to unleash your softest fears to a foreign shore? We glisten here like new treasures. We who wrung our hands in the wrath of hurricanes. We who have been stripped bare and still bloom. We bend with the waves and wade with mountains at our backs. We dance in the rain and love in the heat. We listen the way only we know how. We see further than we're taught, and we use the land to spell our names. We hold joy with open palms, and laughter comes like morning, every tune, particular but sure. Succumb to the urge nipping at your joints. We are here, and we've been waiting on you. So do something different. Come, rediscover Dominica.
Hi, my name is Mr. Benji, cultural ambassador and lead singer for TK International. COVID-19 has hit my livelihood very hard. No large crowds means no shows. No live performances means no zero. I want to get back to doing what I love, to what you love. Let's get back to petting. I can only get back on stage if we all take the vaccine. Get vaxxed. Mr. Benji said so.
Okay, I'm on.
Alright everyone, welcome back to the Stock Farm playing field. And we're about to see second half action here. This DFA Premier League matchup between South Michel and the Caribbean Port Michel. My name is Gavin Richard. Joined alongside again by Shane Marshall this afternoon. And the news here, if you're a Port Michel fan, is not good news. Port Michel, they're down 3-1 and they're also down to 10 men after Deluge received a red card. Chef Deluge received a red card for deliberately handling the ball just before the halftime break there. So it's going to be a tall order for Port Michel because they're in danger of going down again for the 5th consecutive week. Shane, what do you think?
Yes, it's going to be very difficult for them, but nothing is impossible when you're playing sports, but it's just Port Michel team have to come together as a team, and the unity is strength. Yes, and if you have got that unity on the field, you're not going to perform properly. So the guys just have to put their heads together and decide to work as a team, and maybe they might get a result, never know, they can end up with a draw. Because I remember back, a couple years back, we got 3 red cards, St. Joseph. And we beat in Kensborough. Yeah, and we got the 3 red cards very early into the game too. But we were so together, we were playing so much together as a team and supporting each other. We came back and won the game.
Well, the key for Port Michel to come back is pretty simple. You have to play the game in stage, some sorts of targets or whatnot. So you don't want to probably think maybe first 20 minutes you want to try your best to see if you can get back 1 goal, not try to concede. Remember, down to 10 men and attacking, you're going to leave yourself exposed at the back. And just have to see how they can take things from there. Southeast, of course, they will probably be looking to not take their foot off the gas this afternoon because the way the Premier League is shaping up, I have a strong feeling that it could be decided by 2 or less points. And the goal difference will probably be key in this Premier League race this year.
Yes, Gavin, I think so too, because if you have Baffa State scoring so many goals and you have Dubla leading at the top and they're still scoring goals, I think Southeast Southeast know that. Southeast know about that. So Southeast want to get more goals, you know, to be at the top also.
So we have a little lot of players have been on the field for the past 2-3 minutes there. Matter of fact, now the referees are leaving the dressing room, not sure what exactly transpired there. Players on the field long before the officials. And then we out of the tunnel, Stock Farm, and we should be on the field very soon.
Well, Gavin, for Point Michel to get back into this game, one of the things the defense have to be playing together. You know, the communication have to be on top. You know, they have to communicate with each other, because you know, if you sit at the back there, you're not gonna get goals.
Yeah.
You're just gonna call on more pressure on you. You know, so you have to push up. So the defense have to find some way, you know, to coordinate, to push up with the midfield and the strikers to maybe get more goals, get a goal or two, and get back into the game.
We should also have to be mindful that they're playing not just for themselves, but for the entire community. Port Michel community is very passionate about their football. Over the past few years, they've been one of the communities where football has been very vibrant. Held season competitions for a number of years. It has attracted some of the best footballers in Dominica. Also the league in Newtown as well. There was a league in St. Joseph as well, which attracted a lot of players. Maho also.
Yes, Gavin, Point Michel produced a lot of national players, you know, and I can remember Point Michel used to be a force to be reckoned with. Even in my team, I used to be playing, you know, against Alan Toussaint and his brother, and a lot of Glen Etienne, and yeah, you know, Point Michel was always a force to be reckoned with, you know, and now it's like they are not living up to the standard, you know.
Right, so we have the whistle resumption there of play in the second half. Port Michel, they're down 2 goals. We'll see if they can salvage something in this encounter. It's been a one-way traffic pretty much in the first half, and Southeast will be looking to see themselves if they can continue with the pressure. Ball's gone out on the far side. It will be a throw-in for Southeast. Javi George coming away with it. Lovely lay up there. Javi George with the ball across. Still gonna get out to Javi George, but Sidney Lockhart will bring it under control. Sidney trying to get into the box there. Justin Prince with the chip. That was a bit of a hit, so not for a goal kick.
Yes, Gavin, I noticed Sajiko Southeast made a change in the midfield. The Alicious Prince looked like he coming for Kenny John Baptist.
Some at half time, Kenny was having a pretty good first half, so maybe he may have picked up a knock. Otherwise, I can't really see why he would have been substituted.
Well, it could have been a tactical change, you know, maybe saving him for another match for the next game, because they free up 3 goals to 1.
Randolph Peltier definitely offside, and yes, the flag is going up on the far side. A bit disappointed with that effort there, Shane. I think Randolph, all of his experience, he was miles offside there.
Yes, Gavin, I don't think he looked in over his shoulders to see where the defense are. You know, he's so hungry for a goal, so.
Yeah, Southeast, they also have to be very mindful of that, because like we said, first half was a through ball that really put Randolph Peltier in and gave them the lead. Even if they're down to 10 men, it only takes 1 ball from the back to put Randolph Peltier in.
Yes, Gavin.
This is Prince with his first real action there. Good off. Tackle, and we can hear the players going down in excruciating pain.
Yes, Gavin, that was a strong challenge. Strong challenge from number 18.
George, who's down.
Dylan for Point Michel. A very strong challenge on the Southeast player there.
The referee immediately signalling for the medics is pointing on the field. And what the matter of concern for George is being surrounded by three of his teammates. When he went down, I saw him grab the back of his hamstring, or I should say the hamstring area. I'm not too sure.
What's the extent of the injury?
Yes, the extent of the injury there. But he went down in quite a heat. But it was something to play. I think maybe remind the viewers that the man of the match this afternoon will get $200. It's $100 from Vibrant TV and $100 from the Dominican Football Association. We have some candidates for the man of the match. Javi George, of course, his 2 goals playing in the first half. Justin Prince has also had a very good first half as well. But Kenny John Baptist was very instrumental in the midfield. He also had an assist for the second goal, and he had a goal himself. I think being substituted at halftime, got shots of probably go against him.
Yes, Gavin, yes. But they pulling him off at halftime. I think that he's maybe out of contention right now.
Actually, the referee's given a free kick, so it probably was a late whistle there. Free kick taken by Sidney Lockhart. Deep into the box there, and last touch by Southeast. Looks like Alicia's. There's something infringement against Southeast. Well, free kick taken as we have the resumption of play. Philip there, high foot from behind. Considered a free kick for
Michel. Gavin, in situations like that, like for example, Paul Michel, there's a free kick with Paul Michel now, and they has 3 players. The 1 man now still have 3 players at the back.
Set piece opportunity, a chance for a point, Michel, but free kick overhit. In these sort of situations, you have to do a lot better than that, because when you're down to 10 minutes, it's going to be really difficult to get a goal in open play. When you have these set piece opportunities, you have to make the most of it.
Yes, Gavin, because I was just saying that on a free kick like that, you had like only 1 striker for Southeast, and you had 3 defenders at the back, you know, on 1 striker. We could maybe turn up another 1 into attack to see if we get a goal.
George seems to be okay after that tackle. And Javi George. Lots of Georges on the
Southeast
team. So lots of Phillips as well. We have 2 brothers in Sydney and Lockhart.
I think most of the prince is going for family, Gavin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting ball for Perry Charles. I think maybe he could have gone in a little more before attempting that cross.
Yes, Gavin, because he only had 1 man to him in the center of the field, who is Randolph Peltier, and Randolph Peltier is not a big guy.
Yeah, he's not the tallest guy at all.
So I think he should have held on to that ball a little bit longer and try to get into the box.
Well, Southeast with some pressure there. They've almost won it back. And as a matter of fact, they've won a corner kick. So again, another chance to get some bodies forward.
Yes, and the same way I was saying, Gabby, if you take a look right now, you could see at the back, you have 3 defenders at the back still.
Headed attempt, good right there from Kiwan Tusa. who was making a late run. Well, I don't think late run is the accurate way to put it. The corner kick was taken before he had even arrived in his position in the box. Maybe that's something that the Point Michel players just have to be a little bit more mindful of. At least allow your attacking players to get into position before you hustle to take these sort of set pieces. So it's with Southeast. Interesting ball forward, but it's gone up for offside. So Point Michel will resume proceedings.
I think Southeast take their foot off the gas a little bit though.
Well, we saw that in the first half as well. They were a little bit slow out of the gates in the first 10 minutes there, so Randolph Pelty caught them slipping. But then after that, they hit the afterburners, one would say, and took control of the game. And I guess being 3-1 up with the man advantage, they probably just waiting for Point Michel. But there's a ball, nice ball for Davon. The flag stays down, taking across his shot there. And good clearance in the end, looks like it from Jacques Rod, and it will be a corner kick for Southeast.
I think Devon George made up his mind late though of what he really want to do. If you want to put the ball across the goal or if you want to take a shot at goal.
So now it's a Southeast now for a chance to get some of their taller players forward, attack this corner kick. Here comes the corner, doesn't pass the first defender, and I think that's how the golden rule in corner kicks and also set pieces showing you have to at least get the ball past that first defender, and they didn't do so.
Yes, Gavin, you have to find your timing. You have to put the ball in the penalty area, unless if you have a tall man on the front post and you want to target him to flick it over at the back. But that wasn't the case with that corner.
Kim John Baptist with the goal kick. Alicia's Prince. So put of a loose pass. Perry Charles with it. A good touch there from Yannick George. Just breaking a bad attack. Lovely work there on the near side. But again, Yannick George with the block. So Alicia's from Randall Prince. Set Javid George on his way. Javid George, of course, looking for a hat trick. Good through ball. There could be trouble. Sets it up, and Randall Prince had all sorts of time in the way to smash it into the back of the net. And what a feeble effort, Shane.
Yes, Gavin, a very feeble effort. You know, all you have to do is just take his time and keep his eye on the ball and put the ball at the back of the net. And that was very unselfish football again from Southeast. Very unselfish. That's very good team football.
Yes. So Randall missing that chance to put Southeast up 4-1 and to really put any doubts of this game or any doubts of a comeback, one would say, for Point Michel to really crush that. So Licious again finds Josta Prince. He's back with Yannick George. Well, player caught on the ball and Randolph Pelty with it, and Randolph goes down. And the referee says nothing doing. I think he went down a bit too easy, Shane.
Yes, Gavin. I think that's a very good decision by the referee. I think that's a good decision by the referee. He went down too easy. And maybe...
Oh, and what a save there for the cameras from Hakim John Baptist.
And going back to the Randolph Pelty play, if maybe he had stood up, maybe he would have even gotten a goal if he had continued. I think he went down too easy. So very good decision there by the referee.
But I don't think the Port Michel fans agree with that one, Shane. You can hear them in the stands there.
I know, Gavin. Also, when you supporting anytime you're supporting your team, I mean, you want them to win. You want a goal from them. You'll cheer for anything. You never know. That's what the supporters are all about. You never know. By the chant of the supporters, the referee might just blow the whistle.
That's true. But there's Yannick George who finds Sydney Lockhart. And Sydney, the cross there. Good defensive work from Kiwan Toss. Looks like Kiwan has dropped a bit to centre back position.
Yes.
Normally he plays in the midfield.
Yes, because the
Shem getting the red card,
yeah, he had to drop back.
But it's going to be a corner kick for Southeast. And effort there just going wide. Looks like Justin Prince probably got a last touch on that.
But coming back to that Randolph penalty call from the fans, maybe if he had scored that goal, maybe they would have been back in the game, put some pressure back on Southeast.
Yes, that definitely would have put some pressure back on Southeast, especially as Randall Prince missed that chance earlier on. That would have really put the game to bed for them. Alicia's so Alicia seems to be one of the players, Shane, who tends to focus on trying to do the basics, not trying to be too extravagant.
No, Gavin, he's not trying to do too much. He's just trying to do the basics and just play the ball simple, try to find his players.
So there again, Alicia's with the pass back. And that will be a throw-in for Southeast. So we are into the final 30 minutes of this encounter, and if the Point Michel team had a checklist as to the things that they were probably hoping to accomplish in the second half, one of them would have been not to concede early on, and they would have done that, and they would probably have been looking to take their chances whenever they would have come, even if it would have been a few apart. But they had one chance of shot wide ago there. Randolph penalty, maybe should have stayed on his feet. Still a questionable decision. You can see you can get some pressure there from the DFA PRO.
It looked like on the replay you could bring back that kick. You could bring that penalty back.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, viewing the penalty is still a talking point here at the Stock Farm Complex. The fans are still in discussion as to that no call there from the referee.
So Gavin
felt it was a good call. I felt it was a good call as well. I felt Randolph went down a bit too easy. He may have felt a little bit of the contact and opted to go down. That's a good pass now to Sydney Lockhart. Sydney to overpower that from corner.
Yes, corner to Southeast.
So 3-1 to Surgical Southeast, to be Sydney Lockhart setting up for that corner. Lots of targets in orange. Comes the corner kick, finds. Looks like there was an infringement. The referee's given a free kick. Bit too much action in the box. Shane, referee probably spotting some pushing.
Yeah, but right now, Gavin, I think Point Michel, I think maybe if they have one or two changes, maybe it might make a little difference for them in the second half. Because I think so far maybe like 20 minutes gone in the second half. And
you know, it's not, you're not getting too much from them, you know, going forward in attack.
They don't have too many options on the bench, I can tell you that. But they've done pretty well in the second half in terms of not conceding. And here they are coming forward. And misdirected pass for round of penalty, but the opportunity is still alive. A pace for handball not given. And a shot coming in there. And Southeast will come away with it. That one is a close one now. And back to the goalkeeper. See if we can maybe get a replay on that appeals for the handball. There it is. A bit of coming together there. Well, looked like a good call in the end, though, Shane.
Yeah, it looked like a good call. And that call, it would have been a difficult one for the referee anyway.
There's a Sydney Lockhart. Just a Prince. To thread that through ball there, but it's broken up again. Southeast will come forward. There's a player down for Southeast. Round of penalty with it, looking for some support. Let's see if Jacques Claude. Javi George has it, and Javi George will put it out so that the official can tend to the player who's down. So as we have a stoppage, let's see if we can possibly get that replay again of that penalty shout. Is it possible, guys? Let's see if we can find out what exactly transpired. So here it is. I didn't see much in it,
I didn't see much in it.
No, didn't look like it was a handball at all. Probably came off the chest.
Came off the chest, yeah. Right chest.
Came off his chest.
Off the chest.
So once again, a referee sees away for another good call.
Good call, yeah. Well, Gavin looked like in time to come. The DFA might have to be working on VAR.
I think I should notify the PRO. Let me just tell the PRO that. Gerald, apparently VAR double checked on that situation and just ruled not a penalty. Gerald George is smiling away. But the sad news there for Port Michel is a player down and is being assisted by, that's actually Southeast.
Surgical Southeast.
And he's being assisted by one of the Port Michel players. Good sportsmanship.
Good sportsmanship. Very good sportsmanship. Although I thought they would have put the ball out early though, because he stayed down a while before, you know, and Port Michel had the ball and they didn't put it out.
So just fair play there, giving the ball back to Southeast, because Southeast were in possession when they put it out, so that the player could receive some medical attention. Shane, I can see they're being graced with some lovely cloud cover, making it a little more friendly.
Yes,
because of the elements.
Yes, Gavin. Nice overcast condition right now, you know. We lost the sun for a bit. I think the players on the field will be happy with that.
Oh, yes, they're very thrilled about it.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you this sun and the elements at Stock Farm, they're not for the faint at heart. And we have a resumption of play and pushing forward. That's a good run there. And look at the squared back and good defense in the end. And Javi George now looking to break away. And that pass was intended for Davon George. Took a deflection. Yannick George with it. Finds Justin Prince. Player was Had to hold back his run. Looked like Sidney Lockhart was looking for that ball before.
I mean, what a player Javid George is. He feared no defender. He run at you.
Yes.
He come at you. And that's something, is very... That's why I'm playing for a national team, and that's the type of players you really need on the national team. Players that could really challenge the opponent, put them under pressure.
Good ball, good lunging round forward there, but end product not able to get any one of the targets up there. Game seems to be opening up just a little bit. Randolph Peltier is offside, and that ball, however, didn't get onto him, but he looked in the offside position, Shane.
Yes, Gavin, he would have been offside. I think the linesman was just waiting for him to make contact to raise his flag.
So we're into the 69th minute of play. And again, Yannick George under some pressure there. Looks like he will escape from that. Port Michel holding a high line there, but it's broken now. Alicia's with it, finds Josta Prince. Looks the ball onto the far side. Attempted pass there, the goalkeeper Kim will just watch it go out for a goal kick.
So far, Port Michel doing very well in the second half. They haven't conceded another goal. The score is still 3-1. So they still hope one goal can just change everything.
One goal can change everything, and they'll probably be looking at a few of the bad decisions that they made in that first half. One, the penalty which they conceded was a needless, reckless challenge. And then Shem Deluge getting that red card could have been avoided. And you never know, we could have had a different game on our hands this afternoon.
Yes, Gavin, that's true. That's true.
So with Javid George now, look at the whip that cross in there. Good defending in the end. Just a Prince turning. So we got a leg in there. Javid George again. Well, he's gotten some space. He's looking to find Alicia's Prince, who had a heavy touch. So he's quite content to just reset again. So he's starting to let Port Michel chase the ball for a bit. Stringing some passes, although they're not really going forward with it, but they're keeping the possession.
But that's good about Port Michel. They're keeping the line. They're not coming up to the ball to create any space behind them. So that's good defense.
And it's forced the turnover. And can Port Michel themselves now get something going forward? There's a stretch there. He's gone down, but the Southeast player got the ball first. And on the far side there, the hand is to go out for throw-in for Port Michel. 3-1 the scores. We're into the final 20 minutes here at the Stock Farm playing field. Port Michel in search of 2 goals to salvage a point and to also avoid their 5th consecutive defeat. He's looking to find Randolph Peltier, but he won't get it. It's Alisas. And finds Sydney. Back to Alisas. Sydney. Players come together. And they've lost it. Port Michel now, chance to go the other way. And that pass there was just a little off the mark. Southeast will recover. Southeast quite content to hold on to it. Well, I think I gave them the commentator's curse. Good idea there to reset. On the far side, last off a Michel player throwing for Southeast. Taken quickly. George with a strike and wide of goal there. Looking to beat the goalkeeper on his near post. Resumption of play. Point Michel. Can we get something? Referee signaling. Point Michel has gotten a free kick.
Yeah, I would say I guess Point Michel can reserve in maybe for the last 10 minutes. Maybe you could see what they could salvage of that last 10 minutes of the game. Because so far they've been doing very well. They haven't considered going in the second half. And look now, they've gotten a free kick on the right side in the attacking third. So never know, they may could get a goal and get back into the game there right now.
Right, so we have 5 players, 6 Point Michel players in the penalty area.
And that's what I was saying earlier, Gavin. On kicks like that, you need people in the attacking area.
Here comes the free kick. And there's an attempt there, but he couldn't keep it down. It's gone over.
But I think he had pace. Maybe he could have taken it down and kick on the second attempt. I think he could have, maybe had a control.
So Shane, of course, man of the match. Approaching that time, about 15 minutes to go. I think it's going to be a clear-cut one this afternoon.
Yeah, I think it's clear-cut, Gavin. Because in the second half, we haven't really seen
anything to really shout about. At least Point Michel can take something positive from the second half. They're down to 10 men. They haven't conceded. They've even looked threatening, like they would get a goal.
Let's just hope that they keep their discipline, for the last 20 or 15 minutes remaining, and don't concede.
Well, you can clearly see the ball's gone out. Actually, there's a player down, a Point Michel player is down on the far side. And I guess he must have still been on the field, hence the medic couldn't come on to attend to him.
I look like number 8, number 9.
Number 9, if it's number 9, is Greg John Baptist.
If it's number 9, yeah. Can't really tell from this distance because of the distance on the far side of the field.
Well, they're making a substitution, so Point Michel seems to be making another change. Looks like Randolph Peltier has come off. So he's run his race this afternoon. Goal for him, opening goal of the game, 10th minute of play. And that lead, however, was short-lived, lasted just 4 minutes before Point Michel conceded a penalty. And then 2 minutes later, they got another goal with Javid Georgie for a wonder strike. Brilliant bit of individual skill to get that leading goal, I would say, or the go-ahead goal for Southeast. Today's the 22nd. Right here. 2205-2020. But that's a chance, so the flag's gone up, and still Akeem John Baptist came up with a brilliant save as well.
Nice ball on the left flank. The point Michel player there. Trying to get around his man. Right back for Southeast.
And that's a good skill there, Perry Charles. And looking at one deep shot there. Looks threatening from a vantage point. But looks like the goalkeeper had that well covered.
Yes, Gavin. I think he had it covered. But from our angle, it looked like it was going in.
Yes. Flag is going up again, offside. I think Southeast seem to be quite content with their 3-1 lead. They haven't really pushed as much in the second half. Good ball, looking to find Perry Charles, but the defender doing a good job to sweep. Prince was unable to keep it in. That ball looked like it rolled out, but it will be a throw-in for Port Michel. Nudge in the back, and it's going to be a free kick for Port Michel. So a free kick in an inviting position.
Yes, Gavin, I think Port Michel have gotten quite a number of opportunities just outside the 18 to get back into the game.
They've gotten them, but they have not been able to capitalize on them. However, a goal now will create some nervy moments in the final stages. Again, ball targets up front. There's this one, the inviting ball there. Good defensive header in the end. It was from Darren Lazar. And the Southeast will try to see if they can come forward. And that's a good bit of counter-attacking football. Javid George get onto the end of it. Keeps it in play. And there's attempting a cross. There's another nudge in the back. Looks like it's Sydney, maybe guilty of that. It's a free kick for Port Michel. So 10 minutes to go and a stoppage time. Not too sure how much Gabriel Caesar will add on at the end of this one. But it's a 3-1 to Surgical Southeast. They're pretty dominant in the first half. They've been a little bit quiet in the second period. And some may even argue that Port Michel were probably the better team in the second half with their 10 men shield.
That's true, Gavin. That's true. But I think Surgical Southeast made a few changes, and since the changes, it's like they just sit back. I guess maybe that's some tactical change from the coaches on the side, maybe reserving them for the next match. Maybe they figure out they won that match already, and there's no way Port Michel going to come back in. So
well, you never know. It's a strange game, and with all of these free kicks that Port Michel are getting, by the law of averages,
and
something may happen.
That's true, Gavin. And if you watch again, we have 3 defenders at the back. When in that stage of the game, maybe you could send 2. To see what you could get out of that free kick.
You have 3 defenders marking Davon George. You're the one chasing the goal.
I know.
There's the free kick headed out. Put forward again, Joseph is along the goalkeeper. That's the challenger to collect. It's a long throw for Javid George. Javid George took it down. It's gone down. Ball is also gone out from through.
And Gavin, in most cases, like especially on the free kicks, the balls are coming to the box, diagonal balls, and that's where you find that's where the defenders are more likely to be strong, in the air. So you cannot be having free kicks outside the 18, in attacking further, and you have 3 defenders marking 1 man at the back and your team down. I think the coach maybe should have seen that to say, push up 1 or 2, to get more players into attack.
I know Davon George has a lot of pace and he's a threat going forward, but 2 at least maybe.
Yeah.
Not
Right.
to mark him, and
I know.
the other one chasing a goal. And we have an example of Southie showing them how it's they have one player back.
Right.
Free kick from Joseph Prince. And in the box,
Wow.
what a clearance that was.
That could be very dangerous, Gavin.
Players got the ball back, Southie's with it. Far side. Southie's just knocking the ball back. Challenge there for Yannick George. Yannick was in some trouble, but just like him back to the one. Vicious now. And the run of Sydney Lockhart. Actually, no, there was one time first. It's going to be free kick for Michel.
What 5? 5-4. But how much? Don't know how much. We don't know how much the referee gonna give. Yeah.
5 minutes to go. Another chance. Here it comes, and this one looks inviting. And Southie's doing quite well defensively.
I can tell you it's almost half time at Benjamin Park, and Middleham United up 2 goals to 1. Your goal scorer from Middleham, none other than Maxi Coulson Benjamin. 2 goals for Middleham.
We're getting some news from the Benjamin Park. Shane, the Middleham United team, they're taking on Connect 767 East Central. The scores 2-1 in that encounter so far. And the news is that we have 2 goals for Coulson Benjamin. Coulson Benjamin, late transfer there from Bath State to Middleham United. He's marked his return to football for 2 goals for Middleham.
Yes, Gavin. Yes. Coulson Benjamin, with his experience and playing, in the Premier League, I saw a few of the Premier games, and I think with Coulson's experience, I expected that.
Gonna kick for point, Michel. Another set piece, and that could be trouble. Doors going over the crossbar there. Player was unmarked, got a head onto it, just couldn't keep it down, and that was probably one of the best chances in the second half.
Yes, Gavin. But I think the second half, Point Michel had most of the possession of the ball, though. To me, I would have given them the second. So far, I could give them the second half.
Maybe that's something Coach Gavaskar Charles will be looking at with the Southeast team, I should say, at the end of this game. One would have thought with the man advantage and goal advantage, the Southeast team would have been more clinical and more ruthless. It hasn't quite worked out for them in the second half. And Coach Kunta Charles for Point Michel can take some positives from their second half performance. Like Sydney Lockhart looking to change things. Pass broken up there. Looks like it will go out for a throw-in. 2.5 minutes and stoppage time to go. Michel trying to get something, trying to salvage something, but they've given it away. Joseph Prince with Javid George making a run. Javid George, well, that pass needed just a little bit more into put into Javid's path.
But yes, Gavin, the pass was a little bit too straight to the keeper, to the Point Michel keeper. Point Michel is on the attack, look, trying to cross the ball, and look, they get a corner again, Gavin. And that's the time I would have, all the defenders, I would have sent them up, and they would have one at the back with the striker. And as you can see, there's no urgency really in the Point Michel team to maybe even get a goal.
Some substitutions being made there. Sidney Lockhart being substituted, coming up on their side. It's like Southeast are making 2 changes. And number 7, David George, is also being substituted as well. In comes a 2-1 lock at 19. Corner kick from Point Michel. That one, 4 efforts going out. Goal kick.
We have referee Caesar looking at this time, Gavin. So
Maybe
any time from now, we might just. But we had a few stoppages, so I don't know how much time. I didn't see I think the 4th official. I guess he's maybe setting up his board now to give how much time extra.
The fixed choice for the second round is out.
Forward, Coward Lockhart who's just coming and it's the first involvement. The flag stays down. Coward Lockhart is in a consequence. And what a goal! That is good play there. The flag is it stay down. The Point Michel players appealing. Referee's giving it. So
it's a goal.
4-1.
Yeah, it's a goal, Gavin.
4-1 to Surgical Southeast. And player getting the goal number 13.
Look like a good goal to me.
Good work from Juan Lockhart, who just came in and was able to play that ball nicely across the face of goal. And, well, this one's done and dusted now. 4-1 to Surgical Southeast.
Surgical Southeast getting that one late, Gavin.
Getting that one later. I think Port Michel probably a bit hard done the second half by that one. They were clearly the better team in the second half. But it doesn't reflect on the score sheet. That's the most important part. They lighted themselves into some trouble there. That was Lazar. He's come away fit to go on and push forward, but well, he's won the ball back. The referee allowing play to continue. Looked like a lot of contact there.
Yes, Gavin, but both of them were fighting for the ball, both to get the ball.
Another cross. Led now from Michel. Can he please get something? Consolidation. That was a tackle for the ages. Literally cutting the grass on Stock Farm. Into stoppage time, into the 8 minutes of stoppage time. Any minute from now, we should be getting the final whistle. But Joseph Prince running forward, trying to keep it in play. Just so he has tons of space. Joseph Prince is looking to find the player there. The goalkeeper Akim John Baptist to challenge. Well, Michel giving it away again. Southeast looking for the 5th. Flag is down across. Goal!
Beautiful goal.
What a strike again! 5-1, 2 goals in quick succession. And Southeast, well, they're running away now. 5-1. And let's see if we can get that movement quickly. We should get to the final whistle anytime from now. Lovely driving there, players set up nicely, and nothing our team Baptist could do about it. 5-1.
Spurs Surgical Selfies 5, Petro Private Point Michel 1.
And all the good work that Point Michel did in the second half, undone in the 9 stages here.
But Gavin, if you notice, like as soon as the Surgical Southeast made the last 2 subs, the game changed. You know, you could see Southeast pick up the pace a bit.
That's the thing with substitutions, especially at that time, the players want to come in and make it. Good run. Good defensive tackle. Referee actually giving a free kick. Referee's giving a free kick. That one looked to be a fair challenge to Michel.
Yes, Gavin, that was a fair challenge. But coming back to the 2 subs, Gavin, that's what you bring in substitutions to do, you know, to change, have an impact on the game, to change the game, you know. And the last 2 subs came in there and they really, you know, showed that they wanted to come into the game and make create an impact.
3-1 wall for Southeast. Lovely curling effort there, punched by Dante, the challenger, but that was a good attempt there at the free kick. We're still deep in the stoppage time. Ball is going to go out. Referee not showing any indication that he's going to be blowing. He's whistling. We're going out of stoppage. Ready? And there it is, the final whistle here at the Stock Farm playing field. It's Petro carry. Main Point Michel 1 and Southeast 5. Convincing win there for the Southeast team. Shane, I'll leave you with some final remarks as I make my way onto the field for the post-match presentation.
Yes, Gavin, it was a beautiful game to watch. And I mean, I was expecting a bit more fight from the Point Michel team. But, you know, unfortunately, you know, they didn't keep up to standard. And the Southeast team, they played as champions and they came out victorious, 5 goals. And they are the true champions. Anyway, I just want to say thank you to the viewers and thank you to all the listening public out there. And enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night.
performance this afternoon?
Well, in the first half we came out and play, but in the second half we was a little flat. So like we came inside and in the second half we get 2 goals, but first half we really played like we wanted to play, but didn't play like how we played in the first half in the second half.
Paul Michel took the lead very early in that encounter. 10 minutes in, you went 1 goal down. What exactly happened when you got those goals?
Well, I just say to myself, we down and I need to put my best foot forward and then go and get some goals.
Javid, you've been in very good form this season. This is not the first time that you're getting man of the match. I've even lost count as to the many awards you've won so far this season. Talk to me about your overall performances this season.
Well, I was working hard to get better, to get my goals and achieve my goals, so yeah.
And in terms of that form that you're in now, what does this mean for you as you're preparing for the Dominican Republic? We're heading back for the World Cup qualifiers.
Yeah, well, I just want to go out there and do my best and put my best foot forward.
Right. Afternoon. Right, so we have one of the
Fitzroy Benjamin.
Fitzroy Benjamin. All right, Fitzroy. Point Michel, what did you do?
Well, it was a good team effort. I think we could do better. At the end of it, as the fans and the commentators always say, our discipline worked against us, I could say. But it was a better game than our last game. Yeah, we hold our head, we did better, we create more opportunities. It was good, man.
You were down to 10 men for the whole of the second half, but you looked pretty decent until the end in there. What do you think made the difference?
Well, as we say, I wasn't there as well for the first half. So I came in late second half and we just started to talk. We came to come together, we communicated, and we just put that against us, the fall of down. We put that against us and played as a team.
But moving forward, this is your 5th consecutive defeat. Must be a bit worrying for Point Michel.
Yeah, well, I can say it's a bit worrying, but I have faith in my team. Yeah, I have faith. There's a whole second round to go again. So we have faith, man. Our coach is back.
All right. Thank you very much, Benjamin. And then we heard it from Point Michel. So that's going to bring us to the end of the presentation ceremony. Tomorrow we'll be back on air. It's We United versus Happy Bath Estate. We'll be back on air about 4. So until then, I'm Gavin Richard saying good evening on behalf of the entire production team.